can't stay in the middle. Life's too short to live with my head up in the clouds. I went to sleep when I was kind of young. When I woke I wasn't having fun. There's kids running in and out the door, and bills piled up all over the floor. I can stay in the middle. Life's too short to live with my head up in the clouds. Hey!
Thank you. We're the Finland Big C. Glad to be here for this art walk tonight. We wish the best for New Zone. New Zone, find a home.
fried in the sun by now. Before I hand it over to Leora Spunko, I would like to make a brief mention about the Lane Arts Council First Friday Art Walk. There's a lot of work going into building a more beautiful, vibrant, healthier downtown. And the one thing that stayed consistent for over 20 years is the First Friday Art Walk, thanks to the diligence of the Lane Arts Council.
Ladies, if you
Yes,
could
please
move
stop and give the Lane
so
Arts
people
Council
could
a
get
round.
behind.
Thank you, Isaac. Hi, everyone. I'm Leora Spunko, the Executive Director of Lane Arts Council. Welcome to First Friday Art Walk, Mural Tour, and huge fun concert. What a night. This is awesome. You know, as Isaac said, we've been coordinating the Art Walk for many years. We also do arts education in schools and support artists, and we're really here to support the community, engage the community in the arts. And I know a lot of you are dedicated art workers, you're dedicated art enthusiasts. We really appreciate your support of the arts and all that we're trying to do collaboratively. It's been a heck of a week. I don't know, did some of you guys go to the parade and Sunday Streets last weekend? What a blast! And then we had these incredible muralists here all week. We have this event. Tomorrow night's the Whitaker Block Party. I'm telling you, this town is becoming this incredible arts and culture destination, and it's thanks to the City of Eugene, it's thanks to our partners, it's thanks to people like you. You really love the arts, you care about the arts, you contribute to community events, and we so appreciate you. So give it up, Eugene, for supporting the arts. You know, and the city has done an incredible job bringing these international muralists. So instead of our regular art walk tour, as you may know, we are going to be doing a mural tour. So if you don't have a guide, Jessica and Lewis are around. They'll give you an art walk guide, and inside there's an insert of all the murals that we'll be seeing, and we'll be interviewing these international muralists. They're incredible artists, they're incredible people. You're going to want to hear from them. So follow us along on the tour, and you can also come back here and enjoy the concert. We just want you to have an awesome, awesome night. And all this is really only possible because the City of Eugene so values the arts. So help me thank the City of Eugene and Huge Fun and the 20 by 21 Mural Project for making this happen. Additional sponsors, Eugene Magazine, the UO Duck Store, and World Pies. Please help me thank those incredible sponsors. All right. So as you know, every art walk we have a special host, and this host is very knowledgeable. He's actually one of the founders of the 20 by 21 Mural Project, helped connecting us to these international artists. So he's going to lead us on this mural tour, and he's an incredible local community member that has contributed so much to this project.
Hands up. How many of you seen little grates with extra little hands coming out of them somewhere around town in the last week? Yeah. Well, I'm pleased that this is the culmination of a year and a couple of months that started last March with a group of 6 people who sat around a table in one of the bars downtown with an idea. And the idea was, in 2021, we're inviting the world to come to Eugene for the World Track Championships. And we wanted the world to come here and see world-class street artists from all over the world on our walls to build an outdoor art gallery throughout the city that we're going to live in for the next 5 years and maybe beyond. Because we think this is something that once it starts, it's going to keep on rolling. And I am so pleased that for this first festival, we have had a group of 7 artists who are among the world's very best. When we started this project, we said, invite the very best in the world. Not just good, but the very, very best. And they have come. And in fact, looking around, there are artists among you as you walk. Not just the international ones, but some of the folks from Eugene here as well. I know are artists also. So what we're going to do is we're going to start here, looking at a wall that was done by a Dutch group. The Netherlands brought us Telmo Mule. And I have Telmo and Mule right here, so come on up, guys. You guys don't know what they did to create that mural. Because these guys, they arrived here with a completely different design. Utterly different design, yeah? And we said, you know, can you do something different? We gave them a little bit more of a background on the city and the vibe and the nature of this event. And to their credit, I am so impressed. They sat down and in 2 days, they came up with an amazing new design that I think captures the essence of the chill of Eugene. Now, it's not quite done. Are you guys going to be working on the wall later? All right, so when we come on back for the concert, you're going to get to see Telmo and Mule at work. So I'm going to ask them now to give you a little bit of a brief description of their inspiration for the piece.
Hello. Our inspiration, we've been here now for a week, and we sat down here last weekend to come up with a new design. We visited a lot of cities and states in the United States, but this was so far the most relaxed, mellow, and down-to-earth place we've been. And most of our work is based on moods and feelings. So this design was the feeling we got here. It's like really mellow and design, and yeah, guy just hanging around with his dog, taking a nap or thinking about other stuff and dreams.
All right, so as we're walking through past each wall, we're going to pause, take a look. If folks have any questions, we're going to have a roaming mic, I think. So if anybody has questions, you'll be able to ask. We'll see if we can answer them or confuse you further. But what you're going to see is a very broad range of styles. When we put together the list of artists for this project, every single artist on our list has a completely different style of approaching street art. And that's one of the things that we're going to enjoy. Now, any questions based on what you've seen so far on the wall? See, I looked at it and I had a question. Take a look at the dog over there. Do you notice anything but the face?
Why was the graffiti artist paid first before you actually produced? Why was the graffiti art come
The question is, why did the graffiti art come first? How many people saw this wall before they started painting? Did you see what they did? They put squiggles all over the wall. Like literally, the entire wall was a platform of squiggles. I asked the same question myself. And they had the answer actually written up on the wall. Did anybody see the words, "This is a grid"?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the grid that they used to plot out on a larger scale the image that they had already created on a smaller scale. So what they did is they took a picture of the wall after they'd created this grid of little squiggles, circles, ovally lines, weird little shapes, and then they superimposed that on the image so they knew where to draw the lines for the actual image. So
And I was wondering, well, have they just not finished the dog yet? Is that just they forgot to do that part? But apparently, there's a message there, right? What's the purpose of that little spot on the dog's face that's left a little different with the orange?
Our style always is combining different layers and different shapes and forms to create one. And this dog we wanted to use maybe a more familiar dog. So there's just 2 pieces of Pluto, the Walt Disney Pluto, hidden in there. So the orange parts that looks unfinished is just small parts of Pluto.
Wow. Hidden messages, the first of the evening. All right, folks, so what we're going to do next is we're going to start heading in that direction. Our next stop, I believe, is going to be, we're going to head down that street and we're going to head to the next corner just in front of the library. So you know where the library has the bagel shop just out in front. On that corner, that's where we're going to meet and talk about the next piece. But on the way, I want you to take a look at the mural. We'll end up back here at night with a street party. You'll be able to see these guys at work on the rest of the wall. So head along. We will see you at the corner of the library, just beside the bagel shop.
Hey. My hair is so weird, but right
More about this wall in a moment. Now, one of the little interesting stories, though, about this particular wall is not on this wall. Because over the course of the week, as Hero was working on this wall, she had messages being sent to her. I want you all to take a look behind you at the library. You see that message? Well, almost every day this week, Hero came to the wall, and there was a different message waiting for her from the folks in the library, cheering her on, applauding her work as it came out. Now here, this wall, no spray paint. Is Hero here? Anyway, no, Hero's not on the wall. Hero is an Argentinian artist, again based in Spain, like Franco. She does brushwork. When she works in the gallery side, smaller pieces, her main way of doing art is watercolor. And then she translates that to the large walls. And so far in her career, she's been focusing on doing large walls. We invited her because she is one of the strongest female street artists in the world. And I've looked at a lot of them.
Yeah.
If you look at her work, it has a couple of things that tell you this is a Hero piece. You can almost see how that might have been a watercolor. There's a soft palette. It's not these bright colors like you've seen in a lot of the other pieces. She tends to have a subdued palette. But her message always has a metaphor. She tells a story. And one of the things that she does on the small scale is she does almost like a little storybook where each panel tells part of the story. Anywhere from 2 to 20 little panels that she'll create. Here we've got 4. Can anybody tell me what message they might get from this image? What the theme was that she was working on when she came up with this design?
Housework.
I've got sculpting, I've got housework, I've got plans. What else? Creating life. Working with clay. Now what do you think that person is doing? What are they molding? I guess if you haven't seen the end, you may not know. Because in fact the first panel is kind of confusing. It just looks like a mess, right? A green mess. You get to the end, what do you see there, folks? What's in her hands? A plant. So her theme, when she found out about Kiva and what Kiva does, the connection to the organic farming community, the local art scene, and Oregon, she found out that in Oregon, reforestation, the environment are incredibly important. She's an urban artist though. So she did a twist on this. This is her theme: regeneration, reforestation, rebirth, regrowth. Taking something that's been damaged and making it whole again. And one of the things that I love about this image as I watched it come around, I want everybody before you leave this parking lot to go down to that last panel and take a look at what happens. And one of the things that struck me was the way she shaped the hands. She could have been putting that plant into a pot, but look at how those hands cup what she comes up with. How those hands cradle the plant that she has recovered from a disaster down here. So she's a strong artist with some strong ideas, and there's a little story you guys don't know about. We may tell this in the exhibition at the very end of this, because there was a design she came up with that was incredibly strong, but tested the boundaries of what public art can be. Because it had a message that a lot of people might like or not like. And for business owners, we're using private walls. That's part of the mix in determining what art can go on the walls. So we may still see that image actually. We're encouraging her to bring that image as a museum piece to put in the exhibition in 2021 when the track championships are here. So you'll get to see what her other design was in 4 years. All right, where's our next stop? All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I can grab this part.
Not as cushy as I am. ahead and justify it.